Making your own fabric mask at home is a simple, cost-effective, and creative way to stay protected while adding a personal touch to your safety gear. Whether you want to make a reusable mask for daily use or just enjoy a fun DIY project, sewing a mask from fabric is an easy task that requires minimal materials and effort. Plus, homemade masks are an eco-friendly alternative to disposable ones, reducing waste while keeping you and those around you safe. To get started, you'll need a few basic materials. Tightly woven cotton fabric, like an old t-shirt, pillowcase, or quilting fabric, elastic bands or fabric ties, scissors, a sewing needle or sewing machine, thread, and a ruler or measuring tape. If you don't have elastic, don't worry. Fabric ties made from shoelaces, ribbon, or extra fabric work just as well. Choosing the right fabric is important. Tightly woven cotton is best because it provides breathability while still offering protection. You can even layer different fabrics for extra filtration. First, measure and cut your fabric. For a standard adult mask, cut 2 rectangles of fabric about 7.5 inches by 9 inches. If you're making a mask for a child, reduce the size to around 6 inches by 8 inches. If you're using a pattern, make sure to leave extra space for seams. Place the 2 fabric pieces on top of each other with the good sides facing inward, as you'll be turning it inside out later. If you're using elastic, cut 2 pieces, each about 6 to 7 inches long. If you prefer fabric ties, cut 4 strips of fabric about 14 to 16 inches long. Now it's time to sew. Start by stitching along the longer edges of the fabric, leaving a small gap in the middle of one edge so you can turn the mask inside out later. If using elastic, tuck the ends into the shorter sides of the fabric and sew over them securely. If you're using fabric ties, pin them in place at each corner and stitch them down. Once everything is in place, carefully turn the fabric inside out through the gap you left. This will hide all the raw edges and give your mask a clean, finished look. To ensure a snug fit, adding pleats to your mask is a great idea. Pinch and fold small pleats along the sides of the mask, then sew over them to keep them secure. These folds allow the mask to expand and properly cover your nose and mouth while providing a comfortable fit. After pleating, sew all around the edges again to reinforce the mask and close the gap you left earlier. If you want extra protection, you can sew a small pocket inside to insert a disposable filter. Once your mask is complete, try it on to ensure a good fit. Adjust the ties or elastic if needed and make sure it covers both your nose and chin properly. If the mask feels too loose, you can tie small knots in the elastic or shorten the fabric ties for a snugger fit. If it's too tight, use longer ties or slightly stretch the elastic before sewing. Comfort is key, especially if you'll be wearing it for long periods. Cleaning and maintaining your fabric mask is essential to ensure it remains effective. Wash it regularly with warm water and soap, preferably after each use. Let it air dry or place it in the dryer on a low setting. If you want to disinfect it, you can iron it on high heat or soak it in hot water before washing. Avoid using harsh chemicals as they can weaken the fabric and irritate your skin. Making your own fabric mask isn't just practical, it's also a fun way to express your creativity. You can use different fabric patterns, add embroidery, or even customize it with fabric paint. If you enjoy DIY projects, making masks for friends and family can be a thoughtful and useful gift. Plus, knowing that your handmade mask is reducing waste and keeping you protected makes the effort worthwhile. If you found this guide helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to M News for more useful DIY tips, health advice, and daily updates on important topics. Stay safe, stay creative, and keep watching for more helpful content.